How far do I have to go to get to you? Many the miles, send me the miles, yeah, yeah. This is part one of, oh my God, I have a mental illness. I know someone who has a mental illness. What do I do? How do I cope with this? Part one, we're going to be talking about, bing, we're going to talk about depression. So, depression is a mental illness that experts have found are caused by a decrease in the amount of serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter, between your brain cells or your neurons in your brain. So your neurons are sending the transmitter serotonin between each other, but it's a lot below normal levels. So whenever you have too little of something or too much of something, something's going to go wonky. So when that happens, you can get behavioral issues, you can get mental issues, and you can get physical issues. Some of the mental issues can be hard to remember things, which that is located in your hippocampus. Your hippocampus tends to shut down during depression. It can be lack of decision making or problem solving or logic, which is located in your prefrontal cortex. And generally your amygdala takes over, which is emotions. Because when you are depressed, you're incredibly sad. You have low energy, which is physical. You want to take naps a lot. You have very negative thoughts about yourself and negative perceptions about yourself. You think you're unworthy. You may not think you're enough. Physically, anxiety usually goes with depression. So you might have panic disorder or a variant of panic disorder. You might have something called free-floating anxiety. Free-floating anxiety, where you'll kind of feel like your throat is tense and you'll kind of feel like your chest is very tight, and you'll kind of feel that you're worrying too much about the future or thinking too much about the past, or otherwise called ruminating. You can't really stand for as long as you used to. You can't exercise as much as you used to. A lot of times, if you are severely depressed, you can be suicidal, which is pretty bad, pretty severely depressed. So what do you do? Well, there's a medication class called selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which causes an increase in serotonin between your neurons. So if you increase the amount of serotonin between your neurons, you take it from this level to this level, you now have a normal level of serotonin. And when you have a normal level of serotonin, it means you can cope better with depression. It might be all gone. It might not be all gone. Some people need medication. Some people don't need medication. But in conjunction with medication, otherwise called antidepressants, you can exercise, which is shown to increase endorphins or happy neurotransmitters in between your neurons. You can exercise by doing yoga. You can walk, you can run, you can do some soul cycle. Yeah. Or you can also do, you can focus on your diet and nutrition, making sure you get enough protein, carbs, fruits and vegetables, even fats. Fats are actually good for you. Specific kinds of fats, monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Making sure you get out into the sunlight, because sun has vitamin D, and if you get vitamin D into your cells, it also elevates your mood. And in regards to therapy, you can do cognitive behavioral therapy, where you rewire your thought patterns. And instead of thinking, oh, I'm a horrible person, I'm not enough, you can rewire your thought patterns to think more realistic things like, I can take baby steps. I am worthy. I am a good person. You can do uh, just regular talk therapy where you're talking about your thoughts and emotions, and then the therapist tends to reflect those thoughts and emotions, and you're able to discuss them in a very real way. And also, what's been shown to be good is mindfulness meditation. Meditation has been really popular with Buddhism and is now going into the Western world. With mindfulness meditation, you're able to see those really unrealistic thoughts, feel that sadness, that irritability that's very uncomfortable, feel those physical sensations of free-floating anxiety, but realize that those aren't you because you are you. You are not your thoughts or emotions or physical sensations. They're really just bubbles floating by in your sensory perception. All right, so we'll be talking about suicide. That will be our last video. And I hope you continue on into the next video. How far do I have to go to get to you? Many the miles. Send me the miles. Yeah, yeah. And also, music is incredibly great for depression as well. It gets you going. Listen to some energetic music while you're exercising. Feel it in the soul. So let's be honest. You're a human being. You are not your depression. Let's do this.